Tyrone Bowman Live. Welcome to the conversation on tonight. Recently, New York City Mayor Eric Adams pledged to sit down and talk with Trump's new border czar in cooperating with mass deportations. So, here's a video from the Economic Times. So let's go right into this. It's about 5 minutes in length, and I'll comment at the end of the video.
Immigration deportation front.
Yes.
First, so in your view, someone is a criminal if they have been charged with a crime? Because you yourself have been charged with crimes, right? But, so that's one question. The other is if you were a law-abiding asylum seeker in New York City, someone who's doing the best they can to get ahead,
Yes.
all of that, sending their kids to school, would you be scared about the prospect of the incoming administration?
Okay, two things. Your first part, I'm an American. Americans have certain rights. The Constitution is for Americans. And I'm not a person that snuck into this country. My ancestors have been here for a long time. And I don't know if that's your blouse is made of cotton, but they used to pick some of that. So what rights I have, the person that decides to shoot a police officer, they should not have those same rights. Okay, that's my position. And I look forward to hearing what is the idea of the border czar. I'm looking forward to that. I've said it over and over again. We need to fix the immigration problem in the city. The American people said that. I don't know if you really watched the election results. The president-elect had the popular vote, he had the electoral vote. He was not indecisive on what his positions were. He was clear we need to secure our border and deal with the immigration issue. The American people heard it, they voted for it. I've said it before, over and over and over again. It didn't matter who was the president for me. I said the same thing. New York City should not be going through this. Chicago should not be going through this. Denver should not be going through this. The American people should not be going through this. And the migrants and asylum seekers should not be going through this. We're placing them in a position that is unfair and is inhumane. I cannot make it any clearer.
And on the second question, if you were a law-abiding migrant in New York City who is sending her kids to school and doing what they can to, create a better future for themselves, would you be scared right now about the incoming administration?
I think they should do what we told them to do over and over again. If you need police services because you're a victim of a crime, call the police. If you need health care here in the city, go to the hospital and get the medical attention you need. If you have a child, place that child in school so that child can be educated. Our city services are open to all people who are in this city. That is what we do. That is what the law requires us to do under the current law. And I believe we need to modify our existing law as I stated, but they should not be afraid in this city. That's the purpose of sitting down, and I want to share my ideas with the incoming border czar so I can hear his ideas. We don't know. All of us are speculating right now. This city is a city and nation of immigrants, as was pointed out earlier during COVID. They were in our streets. They were doing our job. They built our bridges. They've done all the things we needed in this city. And this is a sanctuary city. There's no getting away from that. And there are laws that are in place. And we're telling those law-abiding individuals that you just mentioned to use the city services that the law allows you to do. Well, as you know, we have a nation-leading asylum application help center. National leaders in this space, they visited the city, they looked at what we were doing, and they stated no one is doing what you're doing in the country. And so those national advocates that don't try to play the politics of it locally, they came in and did a walkthrough. And we're going to continue to do the good work we're doing. And this includes the TPS, temporary protected status. This includes work authorization, all the things I've been advocating for. Migrants, asylum seekers, and others, they want to work. They want to participate in the American dream, and we need to find a way for them to do that. But we cannot ignore the fact that the American people have communicated to us loudly and clearly. We have a broken system. They want it fixed. And we need to fix our immigration system. We need to secure our border, and we need to make sure that whomever we parole into this country is going to have an opportunity to work in this country. Particularly, the irony of this, Marsha, is that we have municipalities that are looking for workers, including New York, and that are having population crisis. This is not making any sense to me at all. When I speak to my electors across the country, they're saying, Eric, we need workers. We're willing to take migrants and asylum seekers that are not criminals and committing crimes. We're willing to take them, but they have to be able to work. So I don't understand why this wasn't clear to the previous administration. And so your question about meeting with the new border czar, yes, I reached out to him.
Hold on. Let me stop here for a minute. What the heck is wrong with New York City Mayor Eric Adams? He is sounding more and more like a MAGA Republican when he talks. I agree. The borders need to be secure. I do agree that there is a migration problem. But he is a Democrat who was elected by a Democratic Party. And you should sound more like an individual. And don't forget, Adams, you allowed your city to be a sanctuary city when Texas governor migrated all those migrants to New York City. You put them up in hotels. You took money away from New Yorkers. You gave them liberty to be able to do whatever they wanted to do in New York City. Now you're sounding like a Republican bureaucrat. Personally, I think you're jockeying for a pardon if you get convicted. Now let's get back to the video here.
And shared, I would like to sit down and speak with them to hear what are his ideas. Because I don't want people talking at each other. I want people to talk to each other.
Well, that was New York Mayor Eric Adams talking about sitting down at the table with newly elected President-elect Donald Trump's new border czar or appointed border czar about how to help to solve the migrant problem. Well, this is going to be interesting to see how it unfolds. I'll keep you developed. Never surrender. Never quit.